Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Yakima EXO SwingBase system here on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So the EXO system is pretty cool in the way that you can have different accessories on there. So it's a modular system. You can get the swing base and you can add a top shelf for when you want to mix and match a bike rack, a cargo carrier, a cargo box, or a ski and snowboard carrier. There's a bunch of different options. Please check out our product pages here at etrailer if you want more information of whatever I mentioned in this quick review video. So what we're going to look at today is how it works here on our Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Since we do have a spare tire at the back of our vehicle, it changes things a little, so we want to make sure everything still fits. So first we'll take a look at the kind of the main point of the SwingBase system, which is that it swings away. To do so, there's a knob right over here at the back, and you need to rotate that knob. So it's kind of a tight fit no matter what vehicle you have it on, but I'll take some measurements. So the distance from our bumper to that knob is about 4 3/4 inches, and then the height from the knob to the top, or to the bottom of our wheel is going to be a clearance of about 3 inches. It is nice to see though how it fits right between that space between our wheel and our EXO system, so we still are able to rotate this knob. So rotate it all the way until it releases from the swing base, then pull this other knob at this end in order to push it out. And then you're going to want to swing this out a full 90 degrees until it catches in the corner. I've tried a bunch of different bike racks here on our Wrangler Unlimited, and my biggest issue was even if I tilted those bike racks away, I couldn't open my rear door. So that's where this swing base comes in, and basically any swing away hitch adapter or bike rack. You swing it all the way out a full 90 degrees. You see that we now have access to our trunk of our Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Now we are kind of limited by our bike in this case. Depending on what kind of accessory will determine how far out you can swing the door. But see, we can have this almost fully open. If we have anything on the inside we need to grab, if we have our coolers, our chairs, our large items, we have full access to them now. So as I swing this back, we'll take a quick measurement just to show that clearance right over there. So notice how it just barely clears the top of our swing base. In fact, we have about, I'd like to say ½ an inch of clearance between the top of our swing base and the bottom of our tires. Still definitely usable. It definitely clears, but it does come pretty close. Okay, with our bike rack swung out like this, notice how accessible our bike is now. This is the Yakima EXO Double Up Bike Rack. Check out that product page for in-depth information of the bike rack itself. I have our women's bike mounted to this because it does have a weight capacity of 50 pounds per bike if it's on the swing base. If you have it on the top shelf, which is the second level of our system, it will then have a 40-pound weight capacity. A big thing about this is the way it's reversed. It's easy to access it on this side, and then it's also accessible on the other side for when you want to take your bike off. You just press these levers, pull that strap out, swing this to the side so it doesn't get tangled up in the spokes, just like that. Come over here to the front. Notice how our double up has a cable lock that goes around your bike. You use 2 cable locks with this accessory. A bunch of your other accessories will also have the ability to add locking cores. So before you get the EXO system, think forward to what kind of accessories you want and get all the locking cores ahead of time. That way you'll only need one key to access everything and you won't need a bunch of different keys. But once that is unlocked and put back into place, you press this button, you push this out, you lift your bike up, and you just ride away. So I'm gonna set our bike over here to the side. That way we can take a closer look at the bike rack itself. So we're gonna bring this back in to make it nice and compact. The maximum tire width this can accommodate is up to 5 inches, so your fat bikes are perfectly fine on here. This folds back in. This strap goes back in. Also, even if you don't have your bikes on your EXO system, please try to put away the straps anyways, just so that they're not flopping around as you drive around. And when you're done, ready to go back onto the road and drive away, you're gonna have to swing this back in. So you have this handle on this side, which you're gonna hold, or it's gonna help give you the best grip. But you also have this knob in the corner, so lift that knob and then swing it back. Notice how well it's aligned with our rear bumper. It's kind of, when it comes to width, with it swung out, you can see how this leg is kind of aligned with the bumper, as well as the tail light of our Wrangler Unlimited. Okay, let's swing this back in and have it latch into place. It kind of ramps up there. That knob secures it just enough so you can tighten it down with this other knob. Remember, this is a very important step because this is securing the rest of your SwingBase system. So before you drive out there, you want to make sure that this is as secure as you can get it to be. There we go. Okay. The SwingBase is the base of your EXO system. You can't really use any of the other accessories unless you have the SwingBase. But that also means that you don't really get different dimensions other than what you get from the SwingBase. So we'll take some measurements of this system. So from the bottom of the SwingBase arms to the ground, we have a ground clearance of 19.5 inches. From the bottom of our swing away adapter kind of thing, we have 8.5 inches. And right below the shank, it sits at 16.5 inches of ground clearance. So ground clearance is something sometimes some people are worried about whenever they go up steep inclines like driveways or hills. With your Jeep, that's not going to be as big of an issue since it is sitting a bit higher up. We'll also take a look at the height of our system because you cannot open your door with the bike rack on there. So the swing away hitch adapter is going to sit at about 24 inches off the ground, which is going to be right over here if it is on its own. The length added to the back of our Jeep, measuring from our bumper, right where kind of at the end of the bumper step to the end of the SwingBase arms where our locking knobs are, those are going to sit at 33.25 inches. Your distance away from where the top shelf is going to go, as well as our spare tire, that will have a distance of 3 inches away. So that will help you figure out if the top shelf is going to be a fit on your Jeep or not. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now take a look at another of the major features of the EXO system, which is you can switch out your accessories. To do so, you unlock your cleats and then you loosen your cleats by rotating these speed knobs. And just like that, once you can't rotate them anymore, you can lift your accessory up and out and switch them with another one. So you have different options here. You can put the gear locker, which is the enclosed cargo box. You can put the gear warrior, which is kind of like the open cargo basket option. Or you can do what I'm doing, which is I have this snowbank, which is our ski and snowboard carrier. So just like that, you pop it into place and then you tighten it down with these knobs till it's tight, and then you'll know if you've tightened down enough. If you can, there we go, press those other tabs into place. Just like that, we now have a ski and snowboard carrier. How long did that take? About 40 seconds. It's really quick and easy to mix and match your different accessories. We have the snowbank right here. It has a large button on the end for your skis and snowboards. You have that cushion at the bottom just to help protect your equipment, and you have a double jointed hinge at this end just for your thicker bindings. This can carry about 5 pairs of skis or 4 snowboards, depending of course on the size of your skis and snowboards. You also have those lock core capabilities, like you can switch this out for a lock core if needed, again for your Yakima same key system if you do think ahead and get the amount of locking cores that you need. Alright, as you can see, that was a very quick change. Again, check out the Snowbank Ski and Snowboard Carrier product page if you want to learn more about how this works and how this fits. But all in all, my thoughts on the SwingBase system itself here on our Jeep is that it's really nice to see that it cleared the top of our SwingBase system with opening the door. That's probably going to be the biggest advantage you get out of this system. It looks like you do have enough kind of like distance between our spare tire and where you put the top shelf to use the top shelf. So that is also good to see. One thing about this though is you won't be able to open this all the way out, but you'll get about 90% of clearance from your door with it open. Now your Jeep has a really good weight capacity with its hitch, so you wouldn't be too worried about the heaviness of the cargo you're carrying. But again, check out those product pages just to get your weight capacities, your dimensions, and how they work. All in all, this was a really quick look at the Yakima EXO SwingBase system here on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.